Hey, hi, this is Fiona, and we are here with the Dragon Messages this week, taking the temperature on what's happening then the week forthcoming, the week ahead of us. So, hopefully, you have chosen your number one, two, three, or four, and we will listen to the theme of what is coming through this week. So, the theme this week that I've just asked and I've just been given, it is about the subliminal messages that we are sending out, your vibe. What is coming from you and what are you transmitting? So we are in the time on the planet when things are working out very, very, very differently. In other words, we can't be lousy and lazy in our thoughts anymore. We really need to come from it that we are the creators, we are putting things out there, and that we are in charge of what we think and what we feel as to what will land in our particular energy. So, those are the messages this week, and we will be diving into those. So, if you can imagine that we are in a time on the planet when things are working out really very differently, so we cannot be lazy in our thoughts. That means whatever we're thinking, whatever we're feeling, whatever we're putting out there, whatever we're transmitting, people are responding to. And I'm very much in the mind of if we knew what we were feeling, if we knew what we were transmitting, we'd change it. But most of us don't even know what we're actually putting out there. So I'm doing these 20-minute conversational consultations that we will feel into what you are putting out there to do with your business, to do with your life, so that we can actually feel into what it is that you're actually transmitting. Because if you're transmitting something, people will be automatically picking up on that. They'll be making decisions based on what you're feeling on the inside. If you're feeling and if you're putting something out there, but inside you're feeling, nobody's going to watch this isn't going to work, what a load of rubbish, people will feel that and they will respond to that rather than signing up for the programs and what it is that you think that you are here to be able to offer. But if you have got something going on in the background, they will feel that too. So, what if we are being affected by what is going on globally, what is going on cosmically, and it is time to detox some of the things and some of the beliefs and some of the things that are just in the background and they just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going, like a subliminal message that just keeps going out there. And you're thinking, why on earth doesn't my business work? Why isn't this relationship working? Why isn't this house selling? But sometimes there's something just going on in the background. So we're calling these your subliminal messages. So something is affecting and not working for you. So it's time to detox your old stories. It is time to get rid of your old fears. It is time to get rid of all of that. So sometimes when you have money issues, you can't see the woods for the trees, you can't see the signs. But sometimes the money issue is just the fact that you're being pushed to change your story, to do something different, to make different decisions. Sometimes if you've got health issues, it is just that you're receiving signs. We can't be thinking like this anymore. We can't be telling everybody this anymore. We can't be doing this anymore. Like staying in this mode, this activation of your victimness, like, oh my God, my back aches, or this hurts, or that hurts. Like, what if you are creating it by what you are saying? So, if you could feel differently, if you could get someone to actually just say, do you know what I'm feeling from you? This. Do you know if what you're saying is that? That's what's affecting your life. So that's why I'm doing these 20-minute consultations over the next week. If you have a subliminal message going out into your world, that is becoming your request. We need to just be able to let that go and instead put something in there that's going to infiltrate through, that's going to be absorbed by the people watching you, how we can do things in a different way. So, you do know, don't you, that what you say out loud and what you feel is actually being picked up. And even if you're saying things in your silent moments, that is what is being created on the inside of you. It lands like an energy, like an entity. It will create physical symptoms and then it will go out into your environment and start showing you what you have created in your environment. So you are the creator. Now, if you can change that, you decide that's it, no more. This is my non-negotiable. This is not happening for me anymore. And you stick by it and you keep putting out new feelings, keep putting out new stories. Guess what? The world around you will change to what you're saying. And that is your subliminal message from now on. So imagine that you have an incredibly well focused subliminal message. You have a very, very focused, strong subliminal message that is going on in the background of you. What would that be? What would you be thinking? People love what I'm saying. Whenever people hear me or see me, they think, yeah, I want to be involved in that. I want to work with this woman. I want to be involved in what she's doing. I can do this. We can alter this. I'm altering my architecture. I'm redesigning myself. People are responding to me. So how can you change what's going on in your subliminal messages? That would be the best thing that you could do. If money and payments are eluding you, that's on you. That's in your energy. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Everybody can have it, everybody can then respond to it, but it's something within you that's going to make the difference. This week, we're going to be looking at the cards that come up that's going to explain this for you on a little bit better way so that you can understand what it is that you need to change, like incremental steps. Every single week, we're working on the incremental steps that's going to make a huge difference to how you live and how you show up. So let's rebuild you. Let's look at the building that you're in, the architecture, and let's redesign what's going on for you so that that can make a huge difference. So we're going to be looking at redesigning you. The cards are going to talk about that. How do we redesign you? How can we change your activity? How can we change your actual inner structure, your architecture, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, the way that you believe in yourself? Change that vibe, change that story and what you say, and amplify that in your feelings, because what you're feeling, people pick up from you. We will be changing your mindset, how you think about things, how you start to think about things from a different perspective. We'll be changing your focus, what you focus on, rather than focusing what you were focusing on, like focus on the outcome. What are you focusing on? And your frequency, because you matter, your needs matter. And that means you can be the one who is the new designer and with a new architecture. So we're going to dive in now into the cards, and they're going to show you just what needs to be changed for you this week. We're going to be taking the temperature on what's going on globally, cosmically, and we will understand more and more and more about how you can make those changes for yourself. So well done, Fiona. Brought your glasses in. So we're going to move in and we're going to call on card number 1, which will help you understand what specific changes would be really, really helpful for you right now. We need to be able to step out of the way to let what is coming through for us. Ah, brilliant. I get it. I get it. I get it. 37 lunar ray. Okay, 37 lunar ray. Let's do this. 37 lunar ray. 27. I didn't read that right. 25, 26, 27. Okay, here we go. 27 lunar ray. Feel into the expansiveness and joy and how that alters your environment. So we're talking this week about subliminal messages. One of the main things, the first things that we could all be doing so much better is just joy. if you could just be just happy. If that was like a backup, if that was like your foundations, just feeling happy with whatever's going on. So this is the message, and how, that vibration will change what is going on. So whatever's going on for you, how happy and joyful and accepting, allowing can you be, and allow that energy to be in you. You are consciously changing and evolving and adding in new powerful experiences and exploring these new expansive intensities of feeling and sensations. You are enjoying a heightened experience of joy, which can now be felt around you. Even the air around you changes. Dip into joy and experience how this feeling just keeps you expanding. Has its foundations based in love, which feels safe, supported, and is a warm glow, but rises further and wider than that. It goes into your aura. It changes the air around you. It changes how people respond to you. It changes your subliminal message. It changes who comes towards you. However, be acutely aware of the false joy on your planet. The feeling of joy can be imitated from owning things, such as material things, which give off a fake vibration. That is external to you and by no means a lasting joy that can only ever be felt temporarily. So, like when you get a new car, when you get a new house, when you get a new relationship, all these things are external to you. But if you were able to feel joy just for the feeling of joy, that would have a massive impact on what you were able to expand into and what you were able to call into you, what you'd be able to create in your own world. The experience of true and pure joy has a more exuberant feeling on the inside than love. Love is safe, comfortable, warm, and then joy comes in and raises from that base. And there is an exuberance to be experienced that goes along with it. There are gestures that go along with joy. So physical gestures that go along with joy. For example, you would lash your arms out to the side like, oh, I'm so happy. There's more of a jump and a dance and a bounce in that frequency of joy. You can't contain it. It needs to be expressed. Just as true love makes a tear in your eye and overflows from the inside to the outside, joy will demand and insist on a movement that expresses that level of joy that you can contain and feel real. Now, this week we're talking about subliminal messages. If this is what I'm being asked to say, if you are feeling lack, scarcity, things are not working out for you, no clients are coming, money is scarce, and you go out there and you promote something, you promote an offer, or you are talking about something, but yet you are coming from scarcity and from lack, that's what will be picked up. Oh, come on my course and find out more about scarcity and lack. That is what people will be feeling from you. Your subliminal messages are very, very powerful. And this is what this card's really saying. So, like, if you step into the expansiveness of joy, but now step into the expansiveness of abundance, step into the belief and the expansive and the stories of abundance and how grateful you are. Now that will start bringing forward for you a very different attitude from people. So what I'm doing this week, this month, the rest of this month, is I'm feeling into what subliminal messages you are sending out with your offers, even if you think they are absolutely astounding, your offers. If you've got any lack or panic or desperate feeling from the inside of you, that's what people will pick up and they go, why on earth would I do a course that's going to help me or make me feel more desperate or panicky about money that I already am? And that's what people will feel from you. That's your subliminal message. Okay, very, very, very interesting. Thank you very much, Luna Ray, from that. And we're going to move now on to card number 2. And we're talking this week, and the theme is subliminal messages. What are you sending out into your field of consciousness? Malia kuru o Maria ihiri o Maria kiria. Bing! Hit my glass there. Okay, I get it. I get why those ones came out. So number 5, Serafina. This is for card number 2. Okay, message number 2, and this is on the theme this week of your subliminal messages. What are you sending out, even though you don't hear it, even though you're saying everything's fine, everything's good? What subliminal messages are you sending out there? Serafina, she wants to remind you that your mind is a trap or a most glorious creator. Now, isn't that true when it comes to the fact of the subliminal messages that we're sending out there? If your mind is thinking, "Oh, this is never going to work, I don't get it, this is not going to work," then guess what people are going to pick up from you, and guess how the world is going to respond to you? Oh, well, it won't work then. Let's just see some of the information that's coming through from this particular message for you this week. Pay closer attention. Be aware that you have a large amounts of information available to you in every communication. You can sense better on an energetic level with the vibrations and use the frequency of your senses to read the states of others. You can see with your eyes closed. All of this reveals far more than the mind can or is willing to fathom and accept. I invite you to involve a change intuitively. Things are already changing around you. What we've seen of your world is that without an extrasensory perceptions being accessed, your world is slipping and sliding. There is a dark shadow of survival hanging over your heads. Many are accepting mediocrity and the depression that takes out and over people who live on this planet. The planet itself is fine. It will always be fine. It's you who chose to come and inhabit this planet at this particular magical time. And you are lost in your mind, and it is a sickness when it could be so gloriously different. The mind is a trap, or it is a glorious creator. Your imagination opens up to so many more possibilities, and you are the greatest creator. Imagination is being at peace in the mind and accessing all parts of your mind, the personality mind, letting your soul infiltrate your beautiful mind. It is the difference between experiencing night and day. Now, this week's theme is all about the subliminal messages that we send out, that you are also now able to train and look at what are the subliminal messages that other people send out. And this is what I'm great at reading, your subliminal messages. That's why I'm doing these 20-minute introductory consultations this month, this week, because you need to know what messages you're sending out. Okay, but imagine that you can also feel and start to feel the subliminal messages for others. You won't necessarily get a message in your head. You'll have a feeling in your body, a feeling that will tell you, can I trust this person? Do I feel safe with this person? Is what they say true? Can I work with this person? Would I like to work with this person? And you will get the sensation inside your body. Start reading those as the subliminal messages coming off other people, and then you will realize how important it is that your subliminal messages are read extremely, extremely well. Serafina, thank you so much for your message this week. Your mind is a trap or a glorious creator. That was message number 2. We're going to move on to message number 3 from the dragons. So before we move on to card number 3 for this week and the dragons, I wanted to open up the thought that if you're in business and you want to know what subliminal messages you could be putting in there then I can help you with that. I can help you to change the story and put different messages in there behind what you're saying. Change the story that you're telling on the in the inside beyond the words that you're saying. What are you putting out there? It's not just about excitement. It's not just about telling the truth. It's like, what messages are you sending out there so people can actually pick those up from you? I'm doing 20 minutes consultations to actually help you see the subliminal messages, the frequency, the vibe that you're putting out there that is actually really working for your business. It's not just mindset, but it's like the messages you're putting out. Or we will actually pick up on what messages you are sending and we will turn those around for you within those 20 minutes. So that is what we're talking about. We're moving on to card number 3. Okay. By doing the dragon language, I'm actually making sure that my head is out of the way and I'm not influencing the cards so that they can come through with the best message that's going to help anybody who chose card number 3. Oop, that one turned right over like that. So let's see what that one's about. Brilliant. Okay, 57. So we're looking at utopia right now. Utopia is kind of at the end of your journey when you're really lifted off and you're really beginning to understand everything that's going on in your life and why it's there. So this is a very cool message that's come up for you. So number 57, utopia. Utopia is like the sunshine. She is a brilliantly golden dragon. She never lands on Earth ever, ever again. And this is what she's asking you to do here too. You are a multi-sensory human, expanding consciously, constantly changing and having fresh new insights. And that would also mean when you're talking about subliminal messages, you're updating your subliminal messages as you go along as well. You are always expanding and adding in new experiences, growing and expanding, constantly changing and having fresh insights. You are not meant to remain the same forever. You keep on growing, you keep on evolving. But like a plant, you grow, you expand and change. You are here to create new experiences, to want more and to have more space to grow. Who you are today builds on your core self, but through new eyes with freshness and new elaborate expansive feelings. You're building a new architecture every single time you change your subliminal message. You change what you're transmitting and radiating and putting out there into the world so that the world can respond to you, so that your inner world creates your outer world. The thoughts that you have, how they're being picked up by other people, that is so important right now. You grow to see a new perspective of an old situation and observe the world from a new place. You see with new eyes and hear with new ears. You feel remarkably different inside now. You are on this world as you walk about through your day, but not of this world, as you engage from a connected, peaceful place, lifted off from the lower vibrations, the density of being human with so many worries. Imagine that you didn't have the worries going on and on and on in your head. And you were able to put out there clear, focused messages, subliminally connected and received by other people, like a soul to soul communication. Imagine how differently your life would look. It is a whole different world to experience as one who has seen the light. Experience the various color filters from under the rainbow. It has let you let go of ties to the old world and lift it off. So if you'd had thoughts of worry, scarcity, lack, what are all the other things? Things not working out well for you, like you're letting go of that now, transforming your world. You're letting go of that and you're just seeing from now on, you're seeing gratitude and abundance and everything's working out well for you. Things are going really, really well. Everything you say turns out to be created for you. You are changing your inner architecture. Your subliminal messages are coming through and they're being picked up so that the world can start responding to you. Here you are changing from having sensations brought to you from the outside. These would be your experiences and emotions brought from the outside to the inside. And then the consequences of your reactions to the outer experiences. Your world is alive with feelings. They are coming from the inside of you and they travel up through you, through your brain to be deciphered and create a simple, kind reaction to go onto the outside. So if your subliminal message is like coming on the inside, you're thinking about it, you're feeling it, it's radiating from you, that is what the world will pick up from you. And this is what she is meaning by you are a multi-sensory, extrasensory perception. You are expanding consciously, constantly changing and having fresh new ideas, fresh new ways to present yourself and put yourself out there. So that's what Utopia is about as card number 3. Okay, so we're going to move now on to card number 4. Let's see what's going on here. So the theme this week is about your subliminal messages and how the world responds to you because of what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you are consciously putting out there about what you want to experience next. Wouldn't it be fun if we could blah, blah, blah? Wouldn't it be great if if I could have this experience? I would really love to have that experience. What could be better than that experience? How are you putting out your subliminal messages? Because that's what's being picked up from you and that's what people will respond to. So pick me up on this. Put down below that you would like to have a 20-minute consultation when I will be feeling behind, seeing behind, reading behind what it is that you're actually putting out there. Even if you're putting a course out there, an offer out there, what is coming through that? Even though you're saying the good thing, what are people picking up and feeling from you as your subliminal message? Mahamaliaruru ambialaike kai kambalialura. Mahamaliaruru meikea. There we go. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so number 47 is the beautiful and stunning bloom. The beautiful and stunning bloom has a message for you today, all about your subliminal messages. What are you sending out there? Bring your new identity into your body. Embody that feeling fully and wear it with pride. You can walk down the street as a wealthy, wealthy woman, or you can walk down the street full of lack and scarcity. You get to choose and decide that is the message you're putting out there. Ooh. You have an idea of who you want to become in the next phase of your life. You have an outlined sketch of an idea. You have an image of how you want to be moving, and yet you've only moved into that maybe 20% into your new identity and who you recognize yourself as truly being. This is going to take aligned action, laser focused thoughts, and an alteration of your core energy and frequency. This is what people feel from you. Your core energy and your core frequency. This is the subliminal message that you put out there. To fully embody your character and have that as your new identity is like, well, yeah. It's easy to attach yourself to a familiar personality and believe that that character you have built for yourself, that this has worked for you so far or not. It's kept you alive for your rest of your life. But the raw you, the origins of you, the soul of you that you came in as before all the rules and regulations and trappings and trippings and education society, accepted etiquettes, limitations were placed on you still exists inside you. She is abundant and she's crying to get out there and come to life. But it does mean you have to do some of the internal work. Your quest is to become that pure version of you that you have sought as this version of yourself. You may have accepted to redesign yourself, put a new architecture in place, paid a lot of money and attention to your body, of how you eat and how you sleep, to create form. You've desired to shift your weight, maybe spent time on your finances. You wanted to look to resolve your relationships and how they would prefer them to be, and live the life you dream of. Yet, after time, you resorted to stepping and sliding back into your own normal, familiar human identity. You have to have a new normal, a non-negotiable. That is it, a non-negotiable. From now on, I'm just going to feel abundant. I'm going to feel wealthy. I'm going to feel fabulous, darling. Otherwise we slip back into the victim. We slip back into, I don't know, this isn't working for me. I don't know what to do. Bloom says, take a determined step into your new role and character, just as an actor would. Research your new role and what makes your soul feel really, really well in this new state. Why do you do what you must do? What are your passions, your beliefs, your core values? Leave nothing to chance. See how you walk, you dress, what you take for breakfast and dinner, who you love to be with, and explore fully that identity of you. That becomes your subliminal messages. So, Blue, thank you very, very much for that. Those were your messages for this week. If if you are ready to step into a new version, a new architecture, to create your new reality, and you don't really know what messages you're sending out that are going out that's making your life a little bit not working out so well for you, then give me a buzz, drop me a line and say, I would really, really like to know what's going on behind the scenes, because I think I'm doing everything well. I'm being a good girl. I'm putting everything out there. I'm putting out my offers out there, but they're not landing. If they're not landing, the only thing that needs to change is you. You are the one that needs to change. It's your fault. You need to grow up and take responsibility. What messages are we sending out there? Previously, that didn't really matter, but that matters really a lot, a lot, a lot now, because everyone is picking up and more sensitive, because that's the way the world is evolving. That is me over and out for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really value that we get to do this together, that we get to grow every single week and understand what it is that we need to start changing, how we need to start operating slightly differently every single week. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for listening to your soul and knowing what needs to happen next for you. I'm Fiona. I love you very much, to the moon and back, and I hope that your week is absolutely stunning.